Shut up and sit down.
Hello folks, Colin here, Festus 67's workshop, and welcome to Build the Batmobile from the classic 1966 TV series by the wonderful folks over at Fanhome. And this is issue number 8 already, folks, of this massive 1/8 scale model. So if you'd like to grab this for yourself, click this link all the way along there. Head over to the Fanhome website and take yourself out a subscription for this beautiful, beautiful partwork. You will not be disappointed, folks. So in this week's issue, we have got Rats Like Cheese. Yes, it's our friend Mr. Freeze again, season 1, episode 8. And yeah, he's planning to destroy Batman, who was present at the time of his terrible accident that transformed this Gotham bad guy into Mr. Freeze. It's him again. Any resemblance is purely coincidental, by the way. Bit more there about Mr. Freeze and an icy welcome. It's the one where Robin slips on a baked Alaska. It will be a colder day than 50 below zero before you beat Batman. Quote from Mr. Freeze there. This is the Court of Owls there from the DC Comics there, the version from the year 2011 to 2012. And again, it's the changes over the years of how dark the comics become, and the artwork, how it's changed. But yeah, but the stories are still relevant, folks. This is from 1946's Detective Comics, issue number 108, with the cover art by George Roussos. Yes, I think this is how most of us remember Batman looking, isn't it, in the cartoon strips, or the comic strips. And there he is there. Catwoman returns, only to be caught by Batman and Robin once again. Yes, the iconic Catwoman. It's the cars, isn't it? I mean, come on. Would you not know who's driving that car if you saw it coming down the road? It's like, okay, the Joker's coming. Which car is he in? Yeah, there you go. And there he is. The amount of artwork I've seen with that face on over the years is just amazing. It featured the Joker in the Royal Flush Crimes. Here we are with our car parts that we've got today in phase 8. In this phase, you'll put together the oil pan as well as the generator for the engine of your model. Yes, your model, folks. So again, some fiddly bits there which have pingage potential. So I'll keep them in their vacuum form until we start assembling. Really clear instructions again on how this all goes together, folks, so you really won't be struggling with this. It really does tell you. It says red highlights the new parts, fit and screws, yellow identifies the new parts, grey blue indicates the previous assembly on which they are fitted. Really like this idea. It makes it so much easier to glance at what you're doing and you can tell what stage you're at. And that's what we're going to end up with at the end of this. You're going to have your right hand engine block and you're going to have the base pan and a few spare brackets. Okay, so you're going to need the piece from the previous episode, which luckily for me is just there. I'll just put these at the back and then bring in what we're going to be building with today, folks. Okay, which is this lot. There you have it. So I'll just move the screws out. Just rest that there. Screws today are T, P's and A P's. Okay. So that's what we've got there. So let's just empty them out. Pop one back in the bag because you always end up with a spare. And then do the same with these and all. Just like so. Right. So that's from last issue. That was the distributor that we did and the side of the engine block. So we'll just drop that there for a minute. And we want 08B, which is this bad boy. It says secure the oil pan 8C onto the oil pan bottom 8B using 2 AP screws. So we want this piece, and it is going on the underside of this piece, okay, like that. And you want a pair of AP screws for that. So let's grab one of those now. The usual, drop a little drop of oil just on the end of the thread there, like so. And then drop that straight in, screw them together. Just like that, okay? And that's in place. Do the same with the next screw. Little bit of oil. Beep. And the same again. And then I just hold it in my left hand just to bring that home and tighten it. Don't over tighten it. And that's that in place. Nice and solid. It then says we want 8D and 8E. So let's just grab those. Get me grabber out. And we want that little tinsy wincy piece just there. Okay. So we'll have that. It says push the oil pan hose bracket onto the end of the hose, like so. So we'll just do that. Very teensy wincy pieces, but you'll be fine, folks. Just slide that on there. It's a resistance fit. Push it fully home, and that's what you'll end up with. Okay. And then that attaches to this little pin just there. Like that. Bink. Presses that straight in place. Okay. And that ain't going nowhere. You then want this base plate, which is piece 8A to the top with 2 AP screws, folks. Okay. So you've got a couple of little pins. You want them facing up. Okay. So that's what we're after. And you've got this little piece here you want facing towards your right hand, so have it with the pipe facing you so it goes on that way round. Okay, that's what you're after. There you go. And that will go in with a couple of the AP screws, so the last 2 of the AP screws. Hold that in place like that. So we'll screw that one in. And then lift it up so that I can feel whether or not it's biting too much. That can go in a little bit more. Perfect. Okay. Grab that screw there. And send it in place, just like that. Same again, in there, screw that home, and then just do it so it nips the plastic, like that. Okay, so we can now put that just there and start assembling this generator. So we want 8I and 8J. So we want this piece and the pulley, like so. And you want to slide that over this peg with this ridge facing you, okay, like that. Okay, with that in place, you then want 8L. So if we do 8L, that looks like that's got that, like a top hat effect. And then we've got another one that's got a slightly smaller top hat effect. Okay, so we want both of those. So that one goes on like so. And this forms the little pulley, basically, that later on the drive belt will go around, okay? So that's what you want there. And that's now going in place with a TP screw, one of those with the top out on it. Okay. Little drop of oil. And we'll send them in like that. And start getting that in place. And now I can then pick it up and send that fully home. Okay. And the screw will go in, and you want the pulley just to have a little bit of spin on it. Okay. So I can back that off just a half turn. And that gives me a little bit of spin then on this, okay? Like that. So actually I might just come off a little bit more. There you go, look at that. See? Just like that. We then want 8F and another TP screw. So we want this piece like that. And then that goes over the back there and puts that in place. So I've just got a little nub there that I need to lose. So let's get rid of that so that it fits nice and flush. There you go. So that will go on like so. Round about there, okay? And then we want a TP screw that goes right the way down in the bottom there. And then that will hold that in place. Like that. And you'll feel it bite, and then like I say, you can start screwing it home then. Like so. And then I can just spin that round into place like so. Okay. And then you want 8G, which is the end cap. Bink. And that's just a press fit. Straight in the end there. Bink. Like that. And then this then sits on the side of the engine. You want this little bracket to keep for a future issue. And then this, with a TP screw, will fit to the side of the engine casing. So let's just put a drop of oil on there in anticipation. Bring out the engine casing that we had previously. This has got a little keyhole cutout, so it can only go one way, and that will sit on like that. And then we can feed the screw through then. There you go. And then I can hold that in place whilst I fully tighten it. Like that. And that is what you're going to end up with at the end of this issue, folks. I'll just clean my bench up. And that's what we've got. We've got the engine block, you've got your belly pan, and you've got your spare bracket, folks, okay? So there you go. That is the end of issue number 8. So, if you would like to grab this for yourself, click this link all the way along there. Head over to the Fanhome website, take yourself out a subscription, treat yourself to this beautiful 1/8 scale Batmobile. If you've liked the video, Click the subscribe button just below there and subscribe to my channel. It really does help me out and I really do appreciate it. Ring the bell so you get notified of future content. And I look forward to seeing you on the next episode, folks. Stay safe and well. Bye-bye for now. Bye.